Virgo, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and today I'm going to be doing your Grand Occult 2023 reading for you. So if you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what's going on for the sign of Virgo? What do we need to know for you? One more shuffle. Okay. We have the Emperor, so boss CEO energy. When I see this Emperor energy, this is kind of like tyrannical, but at the same time, it can just mean that you're accomplishing something. You're getting stuff done. With the Grand Occult readings, I like to read it on like a much higher level, not so much of the mundane, everything within our lives, or love readings. These are things that are taking place on like, the country level. So with the Emperor, something is about to be addressed right here. Someone of great authority, someone like a president or a governor is about to say something. Someone who has, the ability and is in charge of a lot of things. Now, you might not agree with what they have to say, but they're imposing their will right here. They're doing what they want to do, not what you want to do. And it doesn't always have to be for the best of the people. It could just be for the best of them. All right. So in a way, I kind of feel like you need to be on your A game. You need to make sure that you're good. You need to make sure that you're taken care of. You need to make sure your businesses are flourishing. Whatever you have going on, that's safe and that's protected, all right? So let's look at this from the Revelation perspective. I'm going to be using the Revelation Tarot. This deck does have reversals in it. What do we need to know about the Emperor energy? What's going on for you? You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Magician. Let's see. So some sort of swift ending, some sort of swift defeat on this Nine of Pentacles right here. Someone is going to make a decision to end some sort of wealth, all right? This could be the idea of, say, someone makes a really bad decision at the top that causes financial ruin for a group of people. For stocks and bonds or crypto, things of that nature. Someone says, well, I don't like this, or, like that FTX guy, he got in trouble because he was stealing money from one of his other companies to fund another company. And he caused a major crypto collapse, which then caused a lot of bank or hedge funds to collapse, which caused people to lose a lot of billions of dollars, which in turn caused the stock market to collapse. Someone at the top is making some sort of swift decision that ends up creating a Nine of Pentacles in reverse moment. It removes some sort of, generational wealth that you've built up. It kind of hurts your garden. But here's the thing. You have to focus on your own magic right here. What can you do to keep yourself safe from this? Do you have, other side hustles? Do you have other things that are going to be able to give you money right here? Do you have other things that are going to be able to benefit you and promote you? This is kind of like, how actors and actresses, although they're multimillionaires and although that's their main profession is they're actors and actresses, some of them have degrees in criminal psychology. Some of them have master's degrees in that. Some people have PhDs. They don't just stop at acting. In fact, a lot of them, as they get older, they move into their degrees when they're like, hey, I'm kind of done with acting. I want to do that. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe now you're doing good for yourself and you're saying, hey, doing good for myself, but this isn't going to last forever. I'm going to have some sort of magical energy, this magician. I have to have some like PhD knowledge. I have to have some sort of like, knowledge. I have to finish my degree, go to school, get what I need. That way I can fall back on it. It could be just something as simple as you get a trade. Maybe you get a business management degree. That would be useful if you have your own business right here. If you are selling your own thing, get a business management degree, get a marketing degree, get something like that that teaches you the tricks and the trades, because you can Google stuff all day. However, there are people who know like the ins and outs of something. It's kind of like, say for instance, in the military, you have people who are the enlisted side who are all the way at the top like E9s, and then you have brand new lieutenants who join, right? These lieutenants, they have college degrees, but nothing beats raw experience. An E9 generally has like 15, 20 years behind them. Or more. Maybe not more. Usually they go into like the chief warrant officer route. But that's kind of like the situation right there is like the experience beats the degree. Now, these people who have these degrees will eventually progress through the officer ranks and, possibly become generals and whatnot. But at the same time, I feel like there is some sort of knowledge because, 20 years of experience, they usually have college degrees as well. These people who are enlisted, they're still respectable people. So that's what I'm seeing for you, is it's like they also have degrees and they also have the experience and they have the knowledge. Like a criminal might have a degree in criminal science, but that doesn't beat the investigator with 20 years of experience with their degree in criminal science. That's what I'm seeing for you right here with this magician energy. You need to get that experience for yourself. You need to get that, that knowledge, that secrets, the tricks of the trade, the master craft right there. And it can be in whatever. So what is this Ten of Swords? What's going on here? So a sharp ending, sharp defeat, taking the loss, but it can also represent going down with the ship, not giving up your secrets right here. The Knight of Wands and the Fool. Don't make any foolish decisions right here. Don't be impulsive. I mentioned this in one of your other readings because I've tried to do your reading a couple of times, but I keep messing it up. Don't go outside wearing a Gucci tracksuit in a really bad part of the city because you open yourself up to like stalker energy. If you're going to go into like a really bad part of the city to go walk around and whatnot, just wear regular clothes. Don't try to put on airs. Don't try to put on graces. Don't, dress up and not be protected. That's what a lot of people do is you can dress how you want. I'm not going to slut shame at all. You can have, the lowest cut bra, whatever. You can wear a thong out in public. I don't give a fuck. But if you are going to do that, listen. I know a lot of people say, well, people need to, not attack other people. Yeah, I mean, I agree too. However, this is the society that, we live in. This is the world. People are going to commit evil deeds. So if you are going to go out in public like that, you should probably have, a concealed carry permit, and you should be able to, have some experience on using that weapon. It is what it is. If you have like a 9mm in your purse or your clutch or whatever, you should be able to know how to shoot it. Like go to the range. Go to the range, once a week, once a month, maybe no, twice. I go to the range like twice a month. I'd do that. But, protect yourself. Have that mace. Have that, whatever you need. Them knuckles, That's what I'm seeing for you. Don't go out and rush into foolish situations just because, it's whatever. Because you got the Ten of Swords right here. Someone could put a lot of harsh authority on you. For example, there's a lot of sex trafficking, people at the top of these sex trafficking rings. And you don't want to be the one who's caught out. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. You don't want to be caught out. You don't want to be the one who's getting stalked right here. You don't want to get the one who's just, seems to be naive with this foolish energy. You also don't want to just have a bunch of, how can I put this? Don't be the Page of Wands who wanders out in poverty with the other people, okay? If you know you're doing good in life, and here's an experience. Say you've had friends from your past, and you're doing good for yourself. You're doing real good. And they're not. But you feel like you need to hang out with them anyway, don't. Just don't. Don't go into that impoverished state. If you've gotten past the bar scene, and if you've gotten past, the drug scene and all that other shit, don't be like a page and wander off into the Five of Pentacles, because all it does is it hurts your Nine of Pentacles. The Magician, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Focus on your money. Focus on your magic right here. Focus on your craft. Grow the King of Pentacles. Don't be frivolous with what you have. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles coming out, your card. Hey, Beatrice. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles coming out. My cat's down there. This represents generational wealth. Don't allow people to self-sabotage or sabotage your generational wealth right here. And this is what I mentioned within another reading. It was like, some people just can't seem to make it. Like, they keep doing stuff, they do it over and over and over, and then the universe or the world, the politicians keep making stupid decisions and, you know, hurting people's investments. It could be something as simple as you just need to buy gold. Buy little gold chips once a month. Gold carries weight. Maybe you need to buy platinum. Those little platinum chips. Because all you're doing is trading one set of wealth for another set of wealth. Getting gold coins. That could be, you know, for example, people who have spectrum disorders, they like to buy things that are shiny. For example, like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon cards or whatever. Instead of doing that, actually, those are really good investments right there because they generally tend to go up over a period of time. However, say you were to had one of those disorders and you like shiny stuff, buy gold chips instead, or platinum chips, because those are things that retain value and they can be easily traded. Don't get caught out with the Five of Pentacles. Some people are going to, you know, keep all their stuff inside of the bank. And they think, well, I have a safety deposit box in the bank. That'll be okay. But when the bank shuts down, because, you know, that happened in China a lot, and that even happened in the USA, they're not going to be able to get their safety deposits out. In fact, the government sees the safety deposit box a lot of the times. So maybe you need a safe for yourself. Maybe you need an actual heavy-duty, don't fuck around with me safe. That could be something that's really important. Never, you know, giving that combination away. Maybe, you know, this is something that you need to even keep completely separate from your partner's accounts. Going down with the ship right there. Never tell anyone the secret. Never even tell anyone you have this safe. The High Priestess, hindsight being 20/20 with the Nine of Swords. There's going to be a situation that's going to cause a lot of anxiety if you trust people and you're going to sit there and think, why did I, you know, do that? Why did I do that? No. This is, no. Beatrice. Oh my gosh. My cat's clawing at my chair. There's going to be a situation that's going to cause some sort of anxiety for you. This anxiety stems from keeping money in institutions like emperor institutions where they can make up their decisions whenever they want to. They make up the rules. And that's what you have to understand about people in this country, is that they make up the rules. And it looks like a rule is going to have a very significant impact for people who have money inside of these institutions. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and have, you know, take out all your money. I'm not telling you to hide it in your mattress or whatever. Have some money in the bank and have, you know, a safety deposit box that has gold chips, gold coins, things of that nature that you don't even tell anyone about. You know, or a safe. Have a safety deposit box at the bank if you want to. But have something tangible. The Seven of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Four of Wands. People are connecting to fantasy for victory right here. For instance, if you have cryptocurrencies, you should have a cold storage wallet. That's just something you should do. You should have a cold storage wallet. You shouldn't trust people online, you know, keep it on the website. You need to be able to own the things that you own. And not say, when this, for example, if you have a safety deposit box, right? It's only open to you when the bank is open, right? Now, what happens if a national emergency happens? It doesn't even have to be, you know, the person at the bank shuts down the bank, or, you know, the government goes bankrupt, whatever. It could just be a national emergency and no one goes to the bank for a very long period of time, and you won't be able to get your stuff out. because you trusted to put it into this one thing. So I kind of feel like this is like dividing wealth up into different aspects and different avenues within your life. Having a little here, having a little here, having a little here. As long as it's growing and it's maturing and it's getting into the Ten of Pentacles, it doesn't really matter the form of the wealth, it matters that you've accumulated the wealth. And having the skills and talents to do so. For example, say when you do your tax returns, right? And you don't actually need the money from the tax returns, just leave it, or you can send it to a different bank account, or you can send it to a savings account. Don't just immediately spend it, or you can even keep it online. Like if you use TurboTax, you can just keep it online in like their, whatever that is, the Credit Karma account. You can keep your money from, if you have a YouTube channel, you can just keep the money on the AdSense account. You know, having different avenues. But I feel like at the same time, you still need to have it in a tangible form. Be aware of the fantasy realms right here. Maybe you have money locked up in a fantasy realm. For example, maybe you have like an Acorns app and you haven't checked it, or maybe you have a, you know, a Robinhood app, you haven't checked it in a while. Go and check all of these different things. I feel like there's something there. You can withdraw the money and put it into something else. The King of Swords, yeah. Use your intellect right here. Think about this. The Ten of Cups. There's something very happy for you. There's something in the, you know, the digital realm that can make you very happy. But once you get it, once you get that money, so for example, say you invest into a stock, right? And all of a sudden overnight, you're a multimillionaire. Don't keep that money in that stock. And don't bank on, say you make only $1 million, right? And then you see that it's going up to 25 cents. You're like, oh, I can make a little bit more. Oh, I can push a little bit more. No, you should just take your $1 million and say you're a millionaire and leave it the fuck alone. Okay? Doesn't matter if it goes up to $2. Doesn't matter if it goes up to $3. Because when the rich people rug pull the situation, when they say, hey, you know, I've made enough money, then you're going to be caught with that. And that's what this is right here. It's all about the Ten of Swords really quick ending to a Nine of Pentacles situation, and you don't want to be caught up in that. The Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the World. You want to have victory over the world. You want to say, hey, I fought long and hard, but I've completed the cycle right here. The message is that you fought long and hard. Now there is a completion of a cycle. Now you have to wrap certain things up. You get what you're going to get out of this situation, and then you're done with that situation, okay? You get your money, you make sure you're good, you have your 401k, your retirement set up, but you have your gold chips, you have, you know, extra cash on the side, you have a good bank account. You know, in case shit hits the fan in any direction, you're still set, okay? Having 4 different modes right here, having 4 different methods are important for you. Also, having those skills, like I said, getting that, you know, that degree that you can fall back on if, you know, something doesn't work out. Say, for instance, you know, TikTok is banned in the future. How are all these people going to make their money? There are a lot of TikTok millionaires who've just spent money on cars and houses and whatnot, and they're in debt. What's going to happen when TikTok might get banned in the US? Well, they're going to be bankrupt. They're going to be, you know, left out in the cold. What you need to understand is that those people could have taken their money and been like, I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to get a good house that I can pay off and pay it off all at once. I'm going to get a good car that I can pay off all at once, have some land, be set, pay off my parents' bills. And, you know, if shit hits the fan, everything's taken care of, everyone's good. Not building up and accruing more debt because I feel like this is going to last forever. Because the Ten of Swords doesn't last, or the Ten of Cups doesn't last forever. It's an orgasm. It feels really good in the moment, and then it's over, and then you have PNC. And you need to know that. That's what you need to understand about the King of Swords. King of Swords knows that the Ten of Cups doesn't last forever. Answers. dreams. You're going to have some answers in your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You're going to find some sort of information that can come out that can really help you. You have otter, dexterity, and boar, ferocity. Being ambidextrous or having the ability to shape and do things at different times. Having all these different, abilities out there. Dexterity is kind of like otters have hands and they're able to crack open clamshells and, get the food out of them. They're very clever creatures. It's because they can operate kind of like with human hands, right? And that's what I'm seeing right here is moving forward, having all of these different things and putting yourself into all of these different things and moving forward and building a future and getting what you need. Hell, it could be something as simple as maybe maybe you're doing really well for yourself, right? And you're like, you know what? What happens if something hits the fan, in the city? I need to be able to have like that safe place, that getaway, that little cottage out in the woods, that couple of acres to myself that no one else knows about. Having some property to fall back on. Even if you don't have a house on it, maybe you just put a little trailer on it. Hell, you might be a multi-millionaire, right? And you could say, well, you know what? Maybe it is time for me to just get a couple of pieces of land in the countryside. Put a little trailer on it or a little mini house just in case, right? Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. Winter, the sacredness of pausing. Take a step back and think about it. With this Lady de los Muertos, accept situations that you can't control, all right? Just accept that, you cannot account for everything, but you can at least have some sort of way to manipulate the situation to your benefit, all right? That's what's important is you can't account for anything to happen, all right? There could be, an apartment fire and all the things that you have inside of the apartment could go up in flames, but you still have your bank account, right? The banks could go under, but you still have what you have in your apartment. Something could happen in the city, but you still have that home over there in the country. TikTok goes under, but you still have your college degree to fall back on. That's the situation. You're like having all these different things that you can go into, and you can go into them ferociously. You can be a driving force into that. All right? Because that equality is having equal things. Accepting if this path doesn't work out, you still have this one over here, and it's like, oh, that's my safety net. That's my fallback plan. Death, the eternal cycle begins here, the veil, the future. Here's the thing about this death energy right here. You don't know when death is going to come. You don't know when the ending is going to happen. You kind of blocked off to the future. We can pull cards all day long, but I don't know what the politicians are going to do tomorrow. I can get a good prediction, but that could be, tomorrow, the next year, 5 years from now. Hindsight is 20/20, right? The veil, the future. You still just need to be prepared for the endings that happen, because when the ending happens, it looks like Ten of Swords. This could be that thief in the night, God says that he's going to come back like a thief in the night. And no one is going to be aware of when he comes, the time of judgment. No one knows. Answers, wisdom, learning, communication, tradition, contemplation, and wise counsel. Spiritual meaning is divine aid, creative spark, and initiation. Arcana, encourage ideas, aid creative endeavors, nurture a project, and help with family. But it also represents being comfortable in whatever you do. That's what I'm seeing for you, Virgo. It's like having different modes and methods, but still being comfortable. It's not like, you're going to be struggling to get by. You'll still be comfortable if you have, money at your house or money at the bank or money in, a safe or whatever. You still want to be comfortable. You don't want to have to be living on the edge. You have shine on and untwist. Keep shining, but if a situation kind of gets bound up, you get tied up in something, have a way to untwist it yourself, okay? Maybe you have the opportunity to do something. Even if you have a business, Say, for instance, you do Etsy, okay? And all you're ever going to do is create things within your life. You have an arts and crafts business. You could go to school for arts, which would be good, or you can go to school for business. That's the situation right there. Getting something that can help promote and enhance your life. If your arts and crafts don't work out, you can go and work in marketing or in business for another company until you can get back on your feet. That's the good thing about it, is it's like, you know, even if this doesn't work out, you can immediately start a new job and still like keep that flow of income coming in. So anyway, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll talk to you later.